everyone. So, something happened. Because of Brexit and them having to reorganize how they were doing Scrawlrboxes, one Scrawlrbox is a month late and arrived at the exact same time as the other Scrawlrbox. I emailed them and it had to do with they needed to reach out to some of their people and make sure that they were willing to pay extra, blah, 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 on the Scrawlrboxes. And I have to admit I was a little annoyed that I'm getting a box late because I told them that it was totally fine and just keep things up as normal over a month ago, but they still gave it to me late. Also, I know exactly what is in one of these boxes because it was so late that they started showing everybody on their Instagram what was in the February box. And I received an email all ooh, what did you think of the February box? And I really wanted to be all salty and be I don't know, I haven't gotten it yet. But that would be a little bit of salty to put on a review. I do like Scrawlrbox. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue the subscription after this year, if I have to keep paying all this import stuff, which happens when you leave the European Union. Not mad. It's just a lot of hassle, and I specifically chose this subscription service because it was less of a hassle. So I don't know which one of these is the February box, or the March box, or the January box. I don't remember the last box I got. It's been a while. So, but I know it's in one of these. I just don't know which one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the box that I think is the one that's I'm supposed to open next by context clues. One's is a lot heavier than the other, and the thing that's in it I think would be heavier. So I think this is the box I'm supposed to open, and then I'll make another video and get it out of me opening this box. And if I'm wrong, they're just going to be out of order, because there's literally no thing I can find on the outside of the box that tells me which is which, because they were literally shipped out pretty much the same day. So we're going to open this one. I wonder what could be in this box. It is a complete mystery to me. And I chose correctly. What is this mysterious stuff we have? Oh, I never would have expected it. It's paint. So we got these little packets of abstract acrylic paint. Looks like one of mine was popped, or around one that popped. This is, I guess it's soft body. It's this is really liquidy. So soft body red, soft body blue, soft body white. So we're gonna make some purple art. We have popping candy. We have 2 stickers, the one that was missing from the previous box that I was so sad about, and this one sticker. We have a very America feeling red, white, and blue multi-lead pencil. I actually have another one of these from a previous box that was yellow, red, and blue. But this one's red, white, and blue. So that'll be interesting to see how it comes out. We have a paintbrush. I'll forgive them. I like getting Scrawler paintbrushes just because I never buy new paintbrushes. It's more than half of my paintbrushes I've gotten in the last 3 years have been Scrawlrbox paintbrushes. And then this thing, which if I remember correctly from the spoilers I got on Instagram, is a paint marker. Acrylic paint marker. And we have our zine. Staff. Artist. Very abstract artist. Tips. Art from last time. Oh, these were the supplies that I didn't get because I missed a box. These are really cool. Cubists. And a little bit of information on Brexit. Here's our print. It's a square print. Julien Reynaud, 33-year-old artist, painter originally from Marseille, France. Storyteller. He's been overseas, New York, LA, Hong Kong, and more. So yeah. Cool Cubist people. And then we have acrylic heavyweight paper. Ooh, it's like canvas paperboard. Okay, I kind of like that. How many sheets do we got? Where does it say? Does it say a number of sheets? Am I blind? A5. Pound 6 sheets. Cool. So, yeah. This'll... knocking things over. This will be fun. So, paint. Black paint pen. Weird colored pencil thing. And paintbrush. And let's take a look at this. Fractured figures. This month's featured artist uses geometric shapes and cubist inspiration to create a unique style of art. We want you to explore these themes and test out the supplies we've included in this box to create your own unique style. Blah, blah, blah. Different angles, blah, blah, blah. Cubism. Picasso-esque. Even though, according to the internet, Picasso was cancelled. For good reason. So, I guess we'll figure out how this works. See you in a bit. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else. I hope you are having a lovely day today. So, we are going to work on this Scrawlrbox. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. I'm happy to share it with you. First of all, this paper was really cool, and I'm super excited to use more of it. Not only was it super thick, but it also had like a really cool texture. So it like grabbed the paint like canvas, and that was kind of awesome. And I want more of this stuff in different sizes. Like, honestly, really do. So there is this artist here in Sweden that goes by the name of Timmy. He largely works on like these animal graffitis, and one of his favorite subjects of animals is like a chameleon. The reason why this guy's been on my mind is I just finished up a graffiti unit with my students, and he was one of the artists they could learn about because I thought it'd be cool for them. Hello, cat. I thought it would be cool for them to learn about an artist who was local. Ugh, this paint, it's so liquidy, and I know it's meant for abstract, but I am not a liquidy paint person. I am a heavy body paint person. It's just so snotty. Anyway, so Timmy is a local artist, and he lives in Helsingborg, Sweden, and creates these giant murals, and a lot of times have to do with chameleons and like geometric shapes. He also does a lot of birds. He's recently been doing more canvas art than, other, but I'm not sure if that has to do with the current state of the world or not. Anyway, so I did a chameleon, and kind of a mixed abstract shapes and forms, a little bit of inspiration from the artist with the face parts, and worked on that. So yeah, I took inspiration from that. He also does like this whole thing with like a split in half chameleon, and he was going to have stuff spilling out, and the city of Helsingborg was like, nah, that's too gross. So he ended up putting like a flamingo inner tube around his middle, and here's my kind of homage to the split in half chameleon, because I kind of love the imagery myself. Paintbrush was, a paintbrush. It was a round. Round paintbrushes are good. The paint themselves mix pretty well. I don't know what it is with Scrawlrbox and giving red, blue, and white, but like they did this to me with the oil paint too and just gave me those 3 colors. I would much rather if they gave me, another color combination, because I'm not a big pinky purple person. And I mean, I enjoyed it. I did this piece in it, but yeah. Thinking about this being light body or thin body or whatever. You are a good boy who makes cat noises while mommy's recording. Was that it dried incredibly quickly. Like I would put it down and I would want to go back and mix in and it was dry. And like I know this is an oil paint, but like even for acrylic, it went quick. I used a piece of paper shoved inside of a Ziploc bag for a paint palette because I couldn't find any others. The stuff went down pretty smooth and it took a lot of work, but I got a decent gradient I was proud of. It wasn't super opaque. I'm glad I used the red, white, and blue pencil instead of a graphite one because it blended in a little bit better, I think, because it's the same colors. That red, white, and blue pencil was cool and weird because how do I put this? Because I was drawing on white paper for the most part, and even when I didn't, I'll use it a little bit more later on, the white wasn't opaque at all, so it was just kind of like the pencil ran out of ink sometimes, and I'd have to turn it to a red or a blue side to have, actual pencil. And that happened multiple times. Doing all the variants in tones was kind of fun with the perspective. Everything wound up pretty tone. The only area that wound up like super bright was that red piece with the hole in it. It was just that one streak of red that was like super red. Everything else is very mid-tone, like, soft and stuff, but not tone. Little vibrancy. Pastel-esque. I know words. I'm an art teacher. It was nice knowing that I didn't have to worry about keeping edges super clean because I had the paint pen, which I knew I was going to go over, so that, lessened some stress there. For the Chameleon's body, I definitely wanted to have some contrast, so I flipped it to where it was pink on the purple side of the background and blue on the pink side of the background. And I think it turned out really neat, and also it's a lot more bright and vibrant and less muddled as it is around the middle, so you've got a bit of nice contrast. I wound up going over a lot of the details that I painted in, but also I did not have the patience to do, like, full detail stuff. The paint pen was incredibly satisfying to put on because it was super smooth. It was not as matte as the paint, which, by the way, matte acrylic paint, that was actually kind of neat. So it's a little shiny on top, but, that works. It definitely has some nice poppy contrast in it. But yeah, I think the close-up shots of the paint pen were some of my favorite in all of that I recorded. It's just, I don't know, satisfying to watch. As far as paint pens go, this paint pen was a lot scratchier and drier than I was expecting it to be. At least more so than some of the other paint pens I have. But, it was very, very dark and went down very, very cleanly, which was nice. Satisfying. Definitely smudged it once or twice, though, because I'm a lummox. After I had laid down all of the paint pen, I realized that I needed to do something else with the Chameleon at large because it was such a thick pen. I would lose just about all of the detail that I put in to shading on the Chameleon, and honestly, I lost a lot of the detail. but I didn't want to lose all of it. So I went back in with the magic pencil. Honestly, I kind of really dig this because it like perfectly matched the tone, and it didn't matter if the pen wound up being red or blue because that was the color tones of the picture. So that's probably the part I'm happiest with in this whole thing. It's just the lining and the little bit of shading that came from the magic pencil, because it just looks nice. I like it. I dig it. But I will admit, towards the end, I cheated. There wasn't enough contrast, so I went to my little box of stuff and I pulled out a fine point white paint pen, and I used it to clean up some smudges and stuff and do white outlining. I like doing white outlining on stuff a lot. Probably more than I should. And I did a lot of it in this picture. Probably more than I should. Overall, in the end, I really like how this came out. I'm going to try and get a good picture of it and stuff and maybe put it on Redbubble, because there's just something fun and kind of cheesy about it, and there are mistakes and there are smudges, and I don't particularly cover them up very well, and I'm kind of okay with that. Oh, sad cat. But I hope you guys enjoyed looking at this. I hope you found it at least a little bit interesting. If you want to know my full review on the individual supplies, I've actually put it up on my page. I have put it up on my Patreon. So feel free to go and take a look. The peeling, the tape is always just so nice, even when the camera shakes. Anyway, I hope you guys like my piece of art. I'll see you guys later. And special thanks to my Patreons, Mom, Dad, Jamie, Hans, Kaze, Cindy, Beth, and Jigme. Thank you for your unending support and patience with my ridiculous self. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.